I went out and bought this Ryobi compressor, 18 volt 1 plus, mainly just to use to for basically a blowgun, where it wasn't worth taking out the big compressor with long extension cord, etc. So not too sure how this will go. The reviews are a bit mixed, but let's have a look. One thing I did note with the reviews is that it didn't come with hoses, so I did buy a small hose set. Oh, I don't like polystyrene. Okay. Upside down time. I don't know why they couldn't use cardboard. Maybe the weight of it makes it impractical. I've got to say, it's a nice solid feeling unit. Mini peel. Here we go. Okay, so it looks like that's the tank pressure. That's the nozzle pressure. She controls. Is that? Okay. What do we have around the back? Okay, obviously the motor, battery, connector, release valve, I guess, by the look of it. And there's our water drain. Yep. Okay. It's substantial feeling, but a kit, I do have to say. So we've got some comforting warnings here. Mains plug, don't get wet. Interesting. Battery powered. Read the owner's manual, safety, air protection. I'm not too sure what that one is. May explode and may kill you by the look of it. I'm not entirely sure what that. Okay, so we have a overload there for the motor. On off switch. Seems pretty good. So I'm just going to grab a battery. I'm just going to turn that off. I mean, to be honest, it's not as loud as what I was expecting. I did think it would be noisier, and it's not quiet by any means, but it isn't as loud as I was thinking it was going to be. So let's just I'll turn it back on again, and we'll let it get up to pressure. does. Oh, there we go. That's our pressure, and then we can lock it. Not yet. Okay, it's got notched. Alright, let's turn it back on again, so let's put up with the noise a bit. Okay, that just turned off by itself at 120 psi. Little bit of warmth now generated in the tank. That's only to be expected. I would say this probably because this is the outlet, there's actually not a lot that's gone through this. I was expecting that to be a bit warm, but I guess it makes sense that it's not. So I guess the next thing is to look at some accessories. So the accessories I bought were in Ryobi. They didn't have the Ryobi things that I was after in the Ryobi brand. Bit of a scratch there. Okay. So the first thing I bought was this kit, just for the coolant inflation kit. The main thing I wanted was actually the little curly hose, and you know it was cheap enough. You know, it's only a few dollars, $30 or something, I think. They make these things hard to get into. Okay, we've got our little different fittings. Don't really need the inflation things. I'm presuming these hoses, yes, straight through hose. So I better so I did buy a blow hose. That was the main thing I wanted it for initially. But I did also buy this airbrush kit. Never used one before. I haven't done any pressurized or air pressure painting. I've only ever used the rattle cans, so this will be a pretty new experience for me. Okay, so what do I need here? Lots of toys. Well, the lady at Bunnings said that this would be useful for connectors. Looks like she was right. Okay, excellent. Actually, I suppose I can actually just so now, please hold. I suppose while I'm here I might as well make sure that's a bit tied up. Okay. Okay. Oh. I gotta say, this control's pretty good. Good. Okay, so I guess, you know, obviously it's only a small tank, so can't expect it to last very long. But I think, all told, if you sort of look at this as just as something to carry around the property, and when you want to blow something down, I think it's going to be quite useful. So if I crank that up, okay, so it's on about 80. Oh yeah. Okay. So that's gone down to about 100. And then I think once it gets down to 80, it'll kick in again. Okay, now I did say before it wasn't as noisy as I expected. I'm going to stick by that. It's not quiet, don't get me wrong. Now, is this a release? Yeah. I guess you could also hook another line onto there as well. I will have a look at the owner's manual just to see what it says. But there you go. It's something that's quite small, compact, portable. I think that's certainly going to be a lot easier than, you know, dragging out a big compressor, plugging it into the, you know, through the extension cord through the mains. And I will be interested in trying out this airbrush kit. This is something that I really have no experience in at all. But I imagine there's something like this, you know, you're not going to use a lot of air pressure. So having this down, say down on the floor, using this through the cord. Now this comes with its own thin cord as well, so for the, you know, so that's not putting too much weight on it as you're using it. So I guess I'll do something on this later on. It will be a genuine first time, first use, never having used any sort of air gun, painting gun or anything before. So while I do have a compressor in the garage, all I've ever used it for is blowing things down or pumping up tyres. Haven't used it for anything else, so be a new experience. Okay, well, that little outside excursion was quite interesting. Runs out of puff when being used as a blower like that very quickly. It was also quite noisy. I was really surprised at how noisy it was compared to when I had it inside. Admittedly, that was in a bit of a outside corner of the house, so it was sort of bouncing off the bricks a fair bit, but yeah, it was really loud. I have used it since then just to, you know, short burst blowing something off. So I think if you were doing some wood cutting and then just needed to quickly blow off the dust, it would be fine. Anything more than that, you probably want to go and get your big compressor out. I personally wouldn't use it to pump up the top car tires, but I have the 18 volt car car pump as well, which actually works really well. So that's why I wouldn't use this thing. So it'll be interesting to see how it works once I have a play with the airbrush. Um, like I say, I've never used one before, so at the moment I haven't got paints or anything, so I have to get some paint mixed up and then give it a shot. I do have a little project I want to paint, so be an opportunity to test that. So yeah, um, not really suitable for what I originally was thinking, which is as an air blower. Just doesn't have enough capacity for that. But I'm sure I'll find other uses for it. And like I say, I already have used it just for quick blowdowns when cutting wood. Admittedly, that was in the garage, so I've got the vacuum cleaner or the big compressor to use anyway. But it did work. Did work there quite well. And again, it wasn't actually that noisy in the garage, but just outside, man, what a racket! That was loud. That was noisy. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Um, like I say, I'm sure I will use it with some future projects, especially around the air gun, and we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Have a good day.